Oh. Okay, this is actually really cool then. Okay then, okay. So, hold up. So, hello? Well, did I get this on right? Yeah, so hello. This is a Path of Titan video. As you can see. Spring break's been pretty good for me. So I haven't posted so long. I've really only played this once, and I've never really, like, you know what I'm saying? I like leader builds and bone break builds. That's what I like doing. I like either having my opponent do, like, I like giving them some kind of disadvantage, other than just having lower health. Sure, Talus just like this skin. How much do I have? I have enough for... I don't plan to go into a group. I don't think I'll need that one. So I might as well get the turning radius one, right? So I don't really have any plans for this guy. I'm just gonna do what I feel like. I don't have any plans. My main plan though is to... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you got to be kidding me. My main plan though is to head to Redwoods like I do with everything else in this on this server. I just head to Redwoods. It's usually the most populated place. Gets to climb up walls now. He's Spider-Man. This reminds me of Listo so badly, bro. I love it. I hate it. Try to say I just... Cause that was like my favorite mod. So apparently on this server, trophies don't give any health anymore. Don't give me like growth anymore, which is sad. So yeah, the only plan I have is just go to Redwood once I'm fully grown. Cause this is a mid-tier carnivore. This is a mid-tier. So yeah. What is it? 20th? Yeah, it's the 20th. Weird. My phone was like, I don't know what happened. Hopefully I wasn't just sitting there for like too long. I need to start making my videos shorter. And more videos. I got like Monster Hunter videos. Okay, bro, it's not that deep. Just water. Just drinking water, bro. Okay, so I'll have like, so these are 3 abilities I want. Okay, this is how it's gonna go. I want this one. Oh. Hmm. Ooh, that's a pretty tough choice actually. Do I get this one? No, I want to go full bleed. So I'm gonna get these 2, right? And then main, which I can already get apparently. Within 25 meters of a bleeding creature, gain a 10% boost to bleed given or multiplied by all bleed based on attacks. By all bleed based attacks. I think I'll get that one. Child of the Red Sands or something like that. Rather than 10% armor, because you don't really need armor if you're this fast, right? I'm gonna hunt things that are slower than me. Hopefully. Maybe, but things that are... And I can hide somewhere if they can get me, right? Because the plan isn't to outdo them, it's to out damage them. It's supposed to like bleed them out, wear them down. That's the game plan for this guy. Which I didn't even equip my thing. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, this is... That's diabolical. Hold, does this do damage? I mean, of course it does damage. I'm assuming it doesn't do that much damage. So like, I have to be careful when using this one, but this... That is golden right there, bro. And look how much stam I have. Oh, dang it, bro. Yeah, this would be good to use right here. And paired with the fact that I have probably light footsteps, if I crouch and hunt, like, the right things, I'll be amazing at this. The gullet, okay. Where's the rest of the snake meat? It would eat meat and bone. 25. I mean, this does give a thing. It gives a buff, so I don't understand why I wouldn't get it, right? I'm not gonna hunt any Ostros. So if I like end up fighting any of them, I'm just gonna try and ward them off. You know? I can't do much against them if they just run to water. Sits there, of course. Only beat me because I wasn't fully grown, of course. Typical Meg activity, bro. Typical Meg behavior right here, bro. They can't face someone. Oh my god, bro. I'm just being salty. But like, you cannot blame me for that, bro. That's what? They didn't even use their heavy bite. I just realized that. They didn't even use their heavy bite. They just killed me. They didn't even use their heavy bite. I just, like, they have a whole heavy bite that they didn't use. I know it. I know for a fact they didn't use it. They just used a simple bite. Oh my god. I gotta do this all over again, bro. Oh, here's the stupid mushrooms. That just makes me even more mad. Yep, here they are. Oh my god, they gotta send the impossible ones, huh? Starting to think this game just hates me, bro. It's a little bit above 50%. Okay, there could have been two reasons. Either my build is trash, or I wasn't fully grown. I'm gonna go the safest option and say it's probably both. And my own skill issue. I'm gonna go probably say it was probably my build might be alright. I just probably just not good, that really good at it. I could get this one. Which one do I get rid of though? And I already know which one I'm gonna get. If I'm going like for bleed, like I said I was, it's best to go for. Best to get rid of the red one. This one right here, R2. Insufferable growth. That's how I said it. Great. Still kind of mad about that, but like, I wasn't fully grown. They were, so like, it was expected. I was doing really good though. It's either this or the Poposaurus that had detonate. I think it is Poposaurus. That one had detonate. That would be. If this thing had detonate, that'd actually be insane. This one multiplies bleed by each hit, so right by like 20%. Oh, it doesn't say. Yeah, but see, for fights like that, I need to have There he is again. I feel like I'm hitting pretty well. There he goes. Hurry up, bro. I do not got all day. Oh my god, I'm just getting hit and hit. He just can test me off of a critter body. Well, I'm glad he at least I'm glad he took it from me and not just killed me. Oh, dang it. Oh, okay, so it's an albino. Poor Rex. Got jumped. Okay, what was that? We all saw that. I just realized I wasn't even recording. Hold up. Much better. Don't run into the body then. Where could I go? They could play offensive. That would work. Should have had the back kick. That one's good. Nobody be anybody. No, bro, don't be a pain about it. Also, they changing the trophies in some of these dancers? I could have sworn this one's like a bit different. I think it's like a large tooth or something. Yippee! And I can get the thing I want. Now, if I was an adult, I'd go for those Carnos I saw. But since I'm not, and I lost to a Megalania, no doubt a Carno's gonna be a lot more painful. The only way I see myself winning is if I only focus on the Carnos. I'm sorry, the babies. Okay then. Let's see. I think the people on TikTok are stupid. I know that came out of like nowhere, but like, hear me out on this. Like, these people like get on you like, oh my god, you're incorrectly using the word traumatized. Once again, another idiot on TikTok. But like, have these people legit never heard of a hyperbole in their life? Like, that's something you learn like 3rd grade. Like, it's called a hyperbole, an exaggeration. I don't think people have to explain that to you. right? Like here, if you've been on TikTok and you know what happens when you search like low cortisol on this is so stupid to talk about. Low cortisol on the sticker thing. Like you seen what like you know what you're gonna see, and you use the word I was traumatized by it. It's probably an exaggeration. Like that's the whole point of a hyperbole. Like, but then some idiot, right? Some guys go, no, you weren't traumatized, you were shocked, as if they've never heard a hyperbole once in their life. Like, bro, be so for real. Like, it's best to assume they're using hyperbole, and people are getting on about it. Like, I've seen a whole post. Therapy words used on TikTok that are used incorrectly. Traumatized. Like, has nobody ever heard of that before? Like, does scrolling on TikTok long enough make you actually forget what you learned about in, like, 3rd grade? That's scary, because it shouldn't be. I'm not saying, like, oh, you're just stupid for it, but, like, at least consider being one. Like, who in the world is using traumatized incorrectly? Like, come on, we know what that means. Well, I really don't know what that means, but, like, still. We know it means a lot more than just being shocked at seeing that type of stuff when on TikTok when you search up a sticker. Like, come on, we know it means a lot worse. It's like these people are like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the point is, like, what they're trying to do, saying, like, it's different. Like, yeah, no, it's different, but we're exaggerating, because it's like, why is it on here? That's usually what people mean when they say, I'm traumatized. I was traumatized when I searched up TV, or, like, video, or whatever, TikTok. Like, that's usually what people mean. As in, they were shocked, but they exaggerated. But then some idiot, right, gotta be like, no, you weren't traumatized, you were shocked. I think it's the way, like, even if you can't understand tone through, like, the internet, which is really hard to do, any sane person would understand that that's, like, they're obviously exaggerating it. Like, come on. It's so simple. Yeah, I just don't understand how, like, some people just can't, like, understand that. When someone says they were traumatized by something, when they search it up on TikTok, they usually mean it as an exaggeration. You don't have to correct them and say you weren't traumatized, you were shocked. They know that. They know traumatization would be a lot worse if they were actually traumatized. Like, you don't have to point out the obvious. Like, yeah, Captain Obvious. No, I wasn't traumatized. I was shocked. Like, people say a lot of stupid things on the internet. Like, you know, it's like, there's a lot of, like, sexist on like, TikTok for, like, no reason. And it's starting to get on at least my nerves. I don't know about everyone else, but remember when I first when I downloaded TikTok at like 2025, like beginning of 2025, yeah, I know I'm extremely late to it. There was just a lot of this like things I just saw saying like men have like zero purpose on this planet and they do like absolutely nothing. They're really evil, really bad. And it's like, how do you come to this conclusion? Never seen a comment where someone kept on having a content like that so bad they literally thought of like ending themselves, like, which is like insane. And someone's response to that was just turn off your phone. Yeah, they could have, but you know what could have prevented it at most? It not being posted. It's not necessary for like being posted, yet you still posted it. Like, we should be recommending the people posting this type of content on here rather than like, cause like a lot of guys did like nothing wrong, right? So why are you getting angry at them? Why are you like? I get it. You're generalizing, but still, generalizing is still bad. For example, all sharks are aggressive to people. Well, no, a lot of sharks aren't, and in fact, no sharks are. Or at least here, like, here's a big generalization. Sharks are, like, sharks eat fish. Yeah. A lot of them do. Not really. There's spotted wobegons, like, not all sharks are active predators. It's just the main shark that you've heard about is an active predator, like mackerel sharks. Did I say mackerel or mackerel? Either way, you get my point. In fact, the scallop hammerhead is even known to eat literal. Are those flippers? They are. What in the world? Whose nest is decked out? Whose nest is a living animal? Oh my god. Yeah, scallop hammerheads are in fact even known to eat some vegetation like seagrass. And there's a lot of sharks that like camp, you know, there's sharks that eat shellfish, there's a lot of stuff like that. So having a generalization is kind of bad. And then they'll bring up statistics, like, yeah, there's statistics, but you know what also has a statistic? 56%. I know this is different from my usual content, but it's gotten to a point. But like, it's gotten to a point where it's like, it's really just irritating me. You know, the same way people are getting irritated at hyperbole being used. It's like they bring up statistics. Like, yeah, sure, you can bring statistics to prove your point, but that's like, bro, you're using quite literally the same rhetoric as racists. I'm just gonna put it bluntly like there. I know the word for it would be misandry, but like, come on, nobody really cares, right? Nobody really cares about the term. If you're sexist, you're sexist. That's it. But like, they'll truly, and I physically cannot comprehend why, but they'll legit use the exact same rhetoric as racists. They'll bring up crimes like how guys commit the total amount of crimes, but then like forget that like 56, 52, and I looked up this statistic myself. 52, 50%. 56% of all child abuse cases were like the criminal there, the abuser was like a woman. That's over 50%. Like, gang. And getting to serious territory here. A lot of like, nah, I'm not gonna go that far, but like, it's just like really stupid. Like, why are we having an argument? That's why like most of the comments criticizing it, they use that trash versus garbage image, which is hilarious to me. Cause like, bro, you're not any better. Well, yes, you are. Oh my god, bro. This guy can sit here for like 2 seconds. Anyways, yeah. Like, you aren't really doing any better. You aren't doing any better for the world. You aren't helping the planet. You aren't doing what you think you're doing. You're just making everything worse. Like, you're actively making the planet worse.